my chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK, Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free. Yeah, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love. And once again, I gotta thank Harlem, Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, Mount Vernon, all of New York. And so I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up, but if I gotta pay for the commercials, hit me with the bill, I got it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we hear all this hoopla about girls not wanting to be side chicks, girls not wanting to be a side chick, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, what some of you ladies have to realize, that the best position for you is a side chick. Now, this is proper pussy / penis management. So I'm not biased when it comes to who I'm telling to manage what. I'm going to tell women how to properly manage themselves. I'm going to tell men how to properly manage themselves. And anywhere you fall on the spectrum in between men and women, do your thing. But this is about managing your private parts. So women, ladies, I don't want to say women, ladies. I can say women and ladies. It's females we're not supposed to say. So ladies, how do you properly manage that? Well, it's pretty easy, You see, what you got to understand is it's hard work being a main chick. It's daunting. It comes with a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of giving and taking. It's a lot of expectation. Now, it comes with more benefits, don't get me wrong, but it comes with more work. Some of you ladies don't want to put in the proper amount of work to be a main chick. Y'all like to be treated and y'all like to feel like one, but y'all don't want to put in the real work to be one. See, the truth is, some of you, and when I say some of you, I mean a good chunk of you, a good chunk, and honestly, maybe even majority, a good chunk of you are much better off in that side role. Here's why. Because honestly, if I'm being completely honest with y'all, a good chunk of y'all aren't built for that main role. You see, a good chunk of y'all are good at sex, can cook, can clean. You can get somebody a nice back rub, things like that. So a good chunk of y'all, you can do that. That's cute. But a good chunk of y'all are missing key components. Thoughtfulness, discipline. That's the biggest one. The biggest one is a lot of y'all are a discipline problem. A lot of y'all don't like being told what to do. A lot of y'all don't like being controlled. A lot of y'all not ready to get up out them clubs. A lot of y'all not ready to get up out them bars. Y'all still want to have y'all little fun, all that old goofy shit. All right, cool. That's perfectly fine. It's a nice side chick position waiting for you. See, some of y'all ain't built to be main chicks. It is what it is. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Since kings and queens. The king and the queen will get married for family reasons. And then the king and the queen will have their little side pieces. She'll bear his children. She have a couple kids by him, but she don't really like them. She don't really like them. Oh, my fault. Little audio issue. She don't really like them. So they did what they had to do. Same thing applies. It may not be in such a real capacity of like people out here just getting these little fake ass little marriages for family purposes, but a lot of y'all, or for dynasty purposes, but a lot of y'all are definitely more cohesive as a family unit, but y'all may not mesh well everywhere else. So you go ahead and you get married and you put the front on like the family and y'all have an understanding going on. Now, ladies, this is where you come into play. Now, here's what I will say to you ladies. Don't go being no side chick to a dusty nigga. Don't be no side chick to no dusty nigga. Men, if you can't afford a side chick, you shouldn't have one. You see, there is a financial component when it comes to it. I don't want y'all to think that it's some free-for-all, laying up with each other, going crazy. There's a financial component that comes with it. You see, a lot of dudes be trying to do that dirty macking version of a side chick, where he like, oh, I'm about to leave my girl, I'm gonna be with you, and then just lay up with her until the truth is exposed, and you know she get rid of the motherfucker, and you know he start the cycle all over. Oh, I'm about to break up with my girl, then I'm gonna be with you, giving all this false hope. No, that ain't what I'm talking about. See, a true to the game man gonna let her know what it is, let her know what the situation is, what's the parameters, and if those are fitting for her, even if it's a temporary situation, she gonna take them up on that offer. See, sometimes some women ain't really trying to get into a real relationship, but they like to feel wanted, they like to feel loved, they like to feel it. They like to feel that relationship feeling sometimes, but they don't want it all the time. If that's you, where you like, sometimes I don't want to be bothered. If you like, I don't want to be bothered. If you one of the ones where I would love to have a relationship, but we can have separate homes. I would love to have a marriage and we can have separate homes. You are giving all signs of a perfect side chick. And I'm pretty sure you will be comfortable with that. As long as that man is helping provide, easing up that burden financially, easing it up financially, taking you out on dates, doing little things with you, you gonna slide in that role and be happy with it. Especially if you don't want kids. Oh, for you ladies that don't want kids or can't have kids, don't want to be bothered with a man 24/7 and none of the bullshit that comes with him, because y'all love saying that. You one of them ones who say, I would love to get married. I'll be more than happy to get married. We can live in separate homes. Or sometimes I need my own space and da-da. You are perfectly lined up to be the proper side chick. You see, this episode is to tell you how to be the proper side chick, right? What's the way of being a good side chick? What's the benefits of it, right? When you're a side chick, right, you are supposed to make sure you are bringing nothing but happiness and peace and prosperity to that man. Because you don't deal with him on a day-to-day basis. You shouldn't deal with none of the lows. Be like, look, we here for this. When you are sad and all that shit, we can talk about it if you need to, but I ain't sign up for all that now. Go handle that with your wife. So you bring the peace, the prosperity, the happiness. You fill in the holes that the wife is missing. So if he tell you he's missing out on this, and this, you only fill the holes. You don't do what the wife is doing plus filling the holes, because then that's when motherfuckers start falling in love, and then he think he can just leave his wife for you because you're doing everything she do plus the shit that he want her to do. Don't do that. Do not do that. You fill in the holes because that's all you're supposed to be doing. Hey, bruh, your main meal is over there. You want your main meal, you go over there. Over here, you get your little side dishes. You get your macaroni and cheese. You get your yams. That's what you get over here. You don't get the turkey over here. Turkey is at home. Go home for the turkey. And you need to make sure you distinguish that line. And as long as you do that, he's financially capable, you can slide right on in. What else does this allow for you to do? This allows for you to have the freedom of not getting emotionally invested in bad situations. You see, because if you know what this situation is, you remain in control. You wouldn't fall into a situation where it's a bad situation. You'd be like, okay, this is what me and this man talked about. This is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to rock. And you leave it there, you're going to be good. Now, Sometimes you ladies be getting all that lovey-dovey falling in love because you think, well, damn, if he can afford to do this for me, if he can afford to do this with me and take care of his house, I wonder what would happen if I just had all of it, right? No, idiot, because the moment he leaves his main chick, especially if they got kids and if they married or whatever the case may be, he's going to have to pay alimony and child support to that household. So now, instead of getting what you used to get, you probably going to get less because he about to get crushed, because guess what he got to do now? He has to now provide for that old household, provide for his own household, and you still want him to financially keep up with you. There's going to be a major budget cut for everybody across the board. No one benefits in that situation. No one does. So it's best you properly play your role. The moment you start deviating from your roles, the moment you cause complications, you're not there to cause complications. That's supposed to be for the home. You start causing complications, you are now becoming a headache. Once you become a headache, you are no longer worth being the side chick. Why would a man sign up to have 2 headaches? He's supposed to have headache and aspirin. If one chick is headache, the other one's supposed to be an aspirin. If both chicks are headache, that's a migraine. That makes it in a situation worse. He might as well cut both your asses off. I don't have to deal with no migraine. Fuck that. I'm just cut both of them off. Fuck it. I'll just deal with what I need to deal with. You lose out because he has no ties to you, so you ain't going to get shit out the deal. The wife's going to get half. She's going to get half. And shit, that's it. Now you back to the dating pool with piss in it and shit. Fucked up a good situation. He was easing that burden. So before you used to have to work overtime to stay afloat, he eased that burden and got you on regular hours. You got a lot more free time, a lot more leisure time. And now you fucked up the situation for everybody, so now you back on overtime. No man to come home to, no man to potentially deal with, nothing. You ain't got shit. It's going to be some men that's going to come lay up with you, but they ain't going to provide shit for you. It's going to be some dusty, bummy ass motherfucker that's going to do that shit for you, and you're going to be sitting here sad and crying. Well, that's what it's going to have to be. Because you fucked that up instead of playing your position. So you better think twice about that before you decide you want to be the main meal. Because if you be the main meal, you got to deal with the financial repercussions that man's going to have to deal with. Because once he leaves that home, he got to provide for that home, his home, and your home. Unless you want to move him right into your house. Do you really want to do that knowing what he's capable of? You think that's a smart decision? You think he's going to suddenly change for you? That's not how it works, baby girl. That's the mistake that a lot of women make. They like, look, I'm only getting a piece of the cake. I want the whole cake. So what I'm going to do is make sure I get the whole cake. Then you try and take the whole cake. Next thing you know, the whole cake fall on the floor. You left with the crumbs in your hand. Now you mad and resentful and bitter and angry because you got greedy. Don't be stupid. Don't be greedy. None of that shit, because it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. You know it's not worth it. You know it's not worth it. But yeah, here you are. Here you are. Now, in the beginning of the podcast, you heard the speech of Diddy thanking a bunch of people and thanked his ex-girlfriend. And then, you know, if you're watching the video, you see the cover art of this one. I think I should put the cover art on the actual podcast. I think I'm gonna do that. The cover art for the podcast is what you see. So even if you on like Spotify, whatever case may be, it should show you the cover art. But you see the cover art of Young Miami holding up a sign while Diddy is giving his speech. Right? And then there was an article that came out August of 2021 that said Diddy was giving Young Miami $250,000 a month for her to do what she want. Lord Jesus. Let me clap for her. Young Miami is a single mama too. She's under the age of 30. She done snagged up a billionaire that giving her $250,000 a month to do what she want. She done snagged up a podcast deal and another deal. I forgot what it was. All because she properly managed that pussy. Ladies, there may not be a billionaire in your city. Shit, there may not be anybody, a millionaire in your city. But there is a man who is floating around, who has a little extra resources that you can be getting a piece of, easing your burden with the proper attitude. See, the problem is y'all sit on Instagram and y'all think if this man ain't buying you a car, if this man ain't buying you jewelry, if this man ain't taking you on trips, then it ain't worth bothering. Lady, baby, you struggling right now. Every time you pay a bill, it hurts your spirit. Every single time. There's a man floating around right now that can ease that burden on you. Those 60-hour work weeks can get chopped to 40 in a heartbeat if you play your cards right. Those 40-hour work weeks can get chopped to 30-hour work weeks if you play your cards right. Yet, you think you can get better than that. Well, if you can get better than that, you would have better than that. But that's not what you can get. If a man comes into your life and eases any bill, that can be your electric bill, your gas bill, your rent, your internet, cable, your fucking weed bill, liquor bill, whatever the hell it is. If he can ease any bill in your life or any type of burden in your life, you need to go ahead and cling on to that. Because guess what? If he can ease that bill, he should be hanging out with other men that can ease other bills. And you may not want to go dip in the same circle, but there's associations and reputations and things of that around the world. Like Jason Black said, if you go meet a man up and you like, hey, you know, this man ain't for me, but shit, I see some other men around here in this room. They see I'm in the circle, so they can come check up on me. You can put yourself in prime position if you play your cards right. The problem is a lot of y'all be wanting the whole cow from a man that ain't a farmer. If he ain't a farmer, he can't give you the whole cow. He can give you the leg. He can give you the stomach, but he can't give you the whole cow if he's not the farmer. But y'all not even willing to go to the deli. I ain't gonna, you know what? You know what? You know what? As promised, I told y'all I was going to give y'all more episodes. This episode came out early because I got another episode coming out. And it's going to be about what about them other kids? How to handle these baby moms with multiple baby daddies. We're going to talk about that on the next episode. This is the PPM Podcast. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, HVO Marv. Make sure you stream my music everywhere, HVO Marv. I appreciate it. We out. Peace, motherfuckers.